Hello everyone, welcome back to another episode of the Voice Podcast. I'm your host Stephen Chang. This episode, I'm going to bring up a very common mistake many of us are probably guilty of and how we can make small adjustments to fix this issue. We probably like to sit around and hunch over for a long period of time, which causes our shoulder and thoracic spine to shift forward. That leads to poor posture and potentially serious injuries. Now, there is this new saying that sitting is as bad as smoking. Personal trainer Doug Zabrowski can put this issue into further context.
And if you're stuck in a position like at a computer, so your thoracic spine is curled, your shoulders are internally rotated, your hands are on the keyboard, and your neck is curled up, you're in a very bad postural position. And then when you get up to move, to go and do something, anything, your mobility, the ability to do that movement has been compromised because the muscles that are supposed to work are no longer working because they've been shut off because of the position you've been sitting.
So what is mobility? Some of you may think I'm talking about transportation, but it's actually a pretty common phrase in the fitness industry. When your fitness enthusiast friend uses the term mobility, they're probably talking about having a free range of motion in the body to avoid injuries. I'll like Mike Wall, the physio at Main Street Physiotherapy Clinic, to explain how mobility affects our body.
The muscles that surround them, there's other tissues as well, even in some cases, myofascial tissue, skin tissue. Mobility can even refer to the ability of our nerves to move. Sometimes we don't realize that our nerves actually do need to glide and move through our body, and sometimes that could be a part of decreased mobility is that our nerves aren't moving well.
Another personal trainer, Megan O'Connell, says students should not neglect their mobility just because they're younger, because 20 years down the line, poor posture will develop a lifelong injury.
The thing is, like when you're young, being old seems so far away. It seems like other side of the world, other side of the galaxy. It's never going to happen, right? But it will. So if present self can do a favor to future self, awesome. But also just to be able to perform well in life and not have neck pain and not get so many headaches or low back pain, right? Like a lot of pain really just comes from being stiff and stuck, usually in the upper, the mid-back, or the hips, maybe in the ankles. That's almost always where it comes, and it's all the sitting.
O'Connell holds a regular mobility class at the Bar and Strength Conditioning in South Vancouver. She implements different mobility exercises based on the individual's ability. She says working on your mobility doesn't just help you improve your posture, but also helps with breathing.
Typically, we will get in a little bit of breathing, diaphragm breathing, just because most of us in our stressy world don't do that very well, and that helps us get into our parasympathetic system. So moving away from fight, flight, or freeze posture into our relax, restore, repair system. And then we'll kind of tailor stretches that typically target upper and mid-back, hips, and maybe the ankles to where the individual is.
Eric Che, who once was a university student, says O'Connell's mobility class not only improves his strength, but also reduces body tension from his workout routine. He says he can now feel the changes in his body.
Some of those stretches or some of those mobility exercises, they can be done easily on the spot. Like, they don't require that much time. And if there are certain areas that you talk to Megan about, she can customize about certain things and help you focus on certain stretches to accommodate your lifestyle. So when she found out that I work at a desk more, she helped focus on mobilities in my shoulder and in my hips.
We often hear students say they don't have the time to do anything beyond their study. Nice try. Here's a message for all young adults from Zabrowski.
The simple truth is that if you are getting a little bit of exercise, not a lot, doesn't have to be a ton, and you can do it sitting at your desk or standing at your desk, like just off the edge of your desk. You just move the chair off to the side. There's a bunch of exercises that you can do. It takes about 15 to 20 minutes, but you increase your productivity by anywhere from 15 to 30%. I don't know about you, but I'll sacrifice 15 minutes to increase my productivity by 15 to 30%. It's the same thing with nutrition. If you're not eating, your brain gets It's foggy.
Zabrowski says in Japan, office workers would do a quick 10-minute group stretch in the morning and during midday to get their blood flowing again.
The people that are doing it are finding that they're not tired in the afternoon. They don't need their afternoon coffee because they have the energy from doing this. All I can say is that getting up and moving and allowing your body to do the things that it's supposed to do is going to increase your productivity.
For all the students sitting in front of the computer, it's not too late to change your posture, but it will be too late if you keep sitting.
Because most people have headaches or low back issues, and then I'll start by saying this is how your spine is naturally, this is what this posture is doing to your spine, and your spine in 10 years is going to be what your posture is today, so let's try and fix this now. And then often you can, with a little bit of time, if you can have them leave a short session with less pain than they walked in, sometimes that can be something that will make them click and go, oh, maybe this is kind of worth it.
Working on mobility might not be the most exciting part in fitness, but sometimes all it takes is a foam roller to release the muscle tension or use a resistance band to open up your chest. Even if you're not at the gym, going for a short walk is better than sitting. If you're experiencing chronic pain, maybe seek out to the medical professional in your area. Until next time.